minutes, they're giving the other one. Another 5 minutes go by. How you feeling? Not good. Long story short, it came out from the hospital a month later that I was morphine intolerant. They didn't test for it at the time. Didn't do anything. Like, my body wasn't processing. Because I was like 15 days long with use of being I think he's going to keep getting big numbers. And they can't allow that. The question is, why is James O'Keefe being jammed up? Why is Mr. Carlson being jammed up? Why is the David Wire being jammed up? They're jamming them up because they're prominent figures who are pushing anti-democratic party narratives. Can't allow it. James O'Keefe, it's funny, they call him conservative, and I'm like, I actually don't even know if that's true. Like, he targets big corporations. And they say he's far right, and I'm like, Google? I don't know. He's going after corporations, fairly lefty as far as I'm concerned, but none of it really makes sense or matters anymore. James O'Keefe gets suspended from Veritas. They then say, you can't work. He starts his own company, they sue him. Tucker Carlson gets his show taken off the air. He starts his own, he makes some posts on Twitter, and they send him a cease and desist letter. Here's the story from Axios. Fox News has sent a cease and desist letter to Tucker Carlson as he ramps up a competing series on Twitter that drew a combined 169 million views. Oh, what have you done, Fox? For its first 2 episodes, Axios has learned. The contract battle between Fox and his former top host, who was taken off the air in April after the network's historic Dominion settlement, has mighty repercussions for the conservative media ecosystem. With Tucker on Twitter, Carlson and his growing production team are working to elevate Elon Musk's social media site as a news platform. The cease and desist letter has not for publication in bold at the top. Oh boy, here we go. Fox is continuing to pay Carlson and maintains that his contract keeps his content exclusive to Fox through December 31st, 2024. Carlson is making a First Amendment argument for posting on Twitter and asserts that Fox has committed material breaches of his contract. Carlson's first 2 Twitter episodes were straight-to-camera monologues. He plans to keep iterating with longer, more varied episodes and the addition of guests, Axios is told. We hear some big names have been lined up. Justin Wells, Carlson's executive producer, tweeted yesterday, next episode of Tucker on Twitter coming Tuesday, Tucker's response to the indictment of President Donald Trump. Harmeet Dillon, a lawyer who represents Carlson along with Brian Friedman, said in a statement to Axios, Fox News is noise because of viewers. Government got a program to so they must shut down anyone who challenges the narrative. Think about how easy it was back in the day to have a singular narrative. With only a few television channels and a few radio stations, you controlled what people thought. It was all lies. Norm Macdonald has a fantastic joke where he says, I was looking through history, and the good guys won every war. What are the odds? It's brilliant. I mean, we know that history is written by the victors, but that was a really great way to put it, Norm. Rest in peace. Brilliant guy. The good guys win every battle. What that really says is those who can control the narrative will just say they're the good guys. That'll always be the case. Villainize anybody else. And now you have a challenge here. The narrative is broken. It's not working anymore. You've got gamers rising up. People refusing to buy Bud Light because of memes. People refusing to shop at Target. And the media doing everything in its power to try and lie, cheat, and steal and claim none of it's true. My favorite when CNN said that the stock drop-off for Target is nothing to the boycott, and it's market factors, it's the economy. No big deal. Interesting. When you compare the stock of Target to Walmart, something seems off. Target being down double digits and Walmart being down only like a point or two. Why would Walmart be improving, and it started improving, and Target be declining? Could it be that people are stopping their patronage to Target, and they are going to Walmart? That's what many honest news reports are actually saying. Now, this narrative wouldn't exist if we were back in the day of broadcast television. The bags could go to any paper or media publication and say, this story is not allowed. You can't do it. And they would say, it's going to say that. If you take television broadcasting, it's over important. The only company not to watch the story is something to do people will buy. I know that. I do think and then he aspirated, and it went into his lungs, and it caused serious chemical burns and damage in his lungs. He couldn't get it out. Crazy. What do you do? Flush your lungs? Man. The reason he did it was because he saw on the internet. There's a little girl. She did the what is it, like the pass out challenge or whatever, where she like grabbed, like, I'm not gonna explain how to do it, but she cuts off the blood flow to her head, and then she died. So you go to someone like Zuckerberg and you say, look at this, man. This stuff is spreading. There are people who are dumb. And Zuckerberg says, you got it, and he censors it. It turns out Zuckerberg was wrong. The reason why I say it's hard is because if you are someone who doesn't pay attention to this stuff, you have no idea what's going on, you think you're doing the right thing, but you're doing the wrong thing. And sometimes we all make the wrong decision. It's not easy. And that's what the deep state longs for. A world where they can just say, we will tell you what to think, how to think, and when to think, and you won't have to worry your pretty little face about it. But I think the reality is, life is not safe. And some people win Darwin Awards. You can't play that game. You have to just say people are allowed to share and say what they want to say so long as it's illegal. Legally! Otherwise, no. No illegal stuff that we agree upon, right? Within certain reasons. The government can't just make the sharing of opinion illegal. They'd love to if they could. But we're talking about threats of violence, direct calls to action, and things like that that violate the law. That I understand. For the time being, what we must contend with is, over the next year or two, the next year and a half, they will do everything in their power to silence anyone who opposes them. Because they're evil, not because they're good. But they'll go to stupid people and they'll trick them into doing their bidding. So we have to do the work. We have to do the research. That's all those.
CEO and people lose their minds. Yeah. So this is a CNBC story. Linda Yaccarino, the former global advertising chief at NBC Universal, has been hired as new CEO to Twitter. Welcome from the hire of a tweet stating that Yaccarino will focus on business operations while he focuses on product design and new technology. Her appointment comes after Musk's announced his intention to step down as CEO of Twitter. She brings extensive experience in a relationship in the advertising industry, which could help Twitter regain advertisers who have withdrawn due to offensive content issues. Musk acquired Twitter last year and implemented changes that led to a loss of ad revenue. Yaccarino's role will be crucial in rebuilding relationship with advertisers and improving the platform's reputation. Her departure from NBC Universal is immediate, and Mark Marshall will serve as the interim chairman of the company's advertising and partnership group. Is this a good or a bad look?
Did they put the fact that she's huge in the World Economic Forum?
Yeah, she, I don't know if they put it here, but I think that's the right.
They intentionally
so
did
what
not
do
do
you,
that.
so either one of you guys take the lead on. What are your thoughts on
I've spent a lot of time speaking about it. I can spend 2 hours on this topic. I'll tell you why. When I was at Harvard, the first thing they taught us around Elon Musk's recruiting strategy was when he took over Tesla. When he took over Tesla, he didn't start Tesla. He took over Tesla he was an investor and he took over Tesla. And they asked, what is the first hire Elon Musk makes when he moves into Tesla? Now, the question is, when you move into a new company that's failing and you're investing, what's the first hire that you make? What is the first hire that you make? car manufacturers in the world. You need someone to help you build cars. Where do you hire that someone from?
Someone from the big three?
Which one? Which are they?
Ford, GM, Chrysler, Toyota, or Nissan. Nissan's actually Nissan.
No. Elon Musk has head of engineering from Google or something, from software. Why? Because you never